3, 2, 1.
Action.
Welcome into the latest edition of The Special.
Hello and welcome into the latest edition of The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV. I am Jeremiah Brintz, a senior from Lubbock High.
And I'm Taylor Reed, also a senior from Lubbock High. On this edition of The Special, we go back to spotlighting our projects.
That's right, Taylor. A few weeks ago, Mr. Warden announced that we would be creating videos that we wanted to make, and he titled the project The Student Choice.
And as a student, when you hear that, you get really excited. Now, every career has an idea in their head that they always have wanted to make, and today, we get to show those off.
Taylor, do we want to start with yours?
Sure thing. Mr. Ward gave this project right before we start our Skills USA and STN competitions, meaning there wasn't much time for me to work on this. So I asked Mr. Ward if my STN video could be my video, and he agreed. But before we show off my STN competition video, let's take another look at this other video captured at STN.
Your prompt was, I couldn't make this up even if I tried. Here are your high school podcast winners. Our first honorable mention is Lubbock ISD.
Yes, that was myself and Omar going up to the stage to accept our honorable mention for our podcast. And joining me now is the man himself, Omar Quintero. Omar, after doing some research, Mr. Ward found out that we finished in 4th place, and that is big time.
It really was, and it was so much fun working together. Now, our competition was a podcast segment where we had a total of 6 hours to produce a podcast that could not exceed 5 minutes, where we had a prompt of describe an outrageous story to your audience. Let's take a listen to our 4th place honorable mention podcast. Welcome to the LBK to LBC podcast. From Lubbock to Long Beach, I am Omar.
And I'm Taylor.
A few days ago, we touched down in Long Beach, California to face off in the Student Television Network Convention of 2022. And we represented the Windy City in the South Plains, our city, Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, Omar, this convention has been absolutely unbelievable. STN took Long Beach by storm, and students from all over the country flooded downtown. And I gotta say, it's been pretty outrageous so far, but I think Long Beach in general is just super outrageous.
Well, okay. You don't give some things enough credit. I think I have a story that might be more outrageous than this convention we've been having so far.
No way. This convention in itself has been one of the most outrageous things.
Well, I think one of my relatives has a more unbelievable story, but it's not a competition or anything, but I'll let you decide.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me about how unbelievable your relative's story is?
So she was basically hit with bulbar polio when she was 11, and she became paralyzed from the neck down. After that, she spent some of her childhood in an iron lung and in a lot of hospitals. But miraculously, she's still alive now. It's really amazing. You know what? How about we get on the phone with Emma Ivers so she can tell you herself?
All right, let's hear it.
Hola, tía Emma.
Hola, Omar, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú? So what are the greatest hardships you have faced?
I guess the hardest one is for people to understand me and believe in me that I can do things, because they look at me that I am severely disabled, but they're not thinking that I use my feet like my hands and my brain, I think. They look at me and sometimes they ask my caregiver, what is her name? Why don't they ask me, what is my name? Why do they have to ask the caregiver like if I couldn't speak? The hardest thing is facing my life. People there, they do not understand my
Now, Thea, under your condition, how successful do you think you have been in your life?
I guess having children is an unbelievable moment, but the doctors told me that I could die because I was such a severe breathing problem. My life was in danger for me to have children, but I did not care. I risked it because I wanted to be a mother, and I'm still alive, and now I have 6 grandchildren. And I gave a speech at Long Beach City College on the importance of education. And there were about over 400 women in the auditorium, and I spoke to them. I would just say that education is the key to success.
Nothing even came close to ever stopping her, and she just did what she wanted, even in her worst condition.
She's like super cool. Like, that was an amazing story.
I know. After everything she's done, she became a teacher. She's fluent in 3 languages, and she's had 2 children and 6 grandchildren.
That's incredible. That is truly outrageous and unbelievable. But I loved hearing her story. And I love that you have someone like that in your family.
Yeah.
Like, so aspiring.
Yeah, we've learned a lot from her, and I think other people can learn from her as well, even if her story is completely outrageous.
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, this has been Taylor.
And Omar.
For the STN 2022 convention.
My Thea's story is so powerful, and she is truly an inspiration to me. And I hope she inspired you during that podcast. Taylor?
She truly is an inspiration, and I loved working on that project with you. Hey, Jeremiah, what student choice project did we have next?
Oh, you will have to wait and see. When we come back from this commercial break, we will have more student choice projects coming your way on The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV.
Our students are intense about TV. Sometimes, maybe a little too intense. And so we hired a psychologist to keep an eye on them.
What about this one? That looks like a mirrorless camera on autofocus. Why is it on autofocus? Okay, what about this one? That looks like a jib on the track, going from left to right. That looks like a chicken. Good. Actually, that looks like a boom mic. It's a little too close to the actor, though. I think it's gonna get in the shot.
You know what? I think we're gonna be just fine.
Our team is just different. Every aspect of every show is very important to them. Even the promotions.
Alright guys, so y'all know that our next game show is Turn Back the Clock, so that means we're going to the 70s. Let's go through the line, make sure we meet standards. Great job.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you supposed to be?
Sorry, I thought it was 1870s.
How he's so good at seeing all the cues from the floor director. He says it's all about peripheral vision. That's why he is constantly working to strengthen his.
KZVDC VSHZOK HDK CRZ.
It's truly impressive how good he is.
Best of luck to you next school year. Signs Act.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. This is so cool.
No problem. You should come for a newscast next time.
Welcome back to The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV. Moments ago, we watched our first student choice project, and I cannot wait to see the rest.
Well, you don't have to wait much longer. I am calling this block the sports block, and we start out with Justin Perez and his take on the Office linebacker skit that was famous on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was a hard-hitting linebacker named Terry Tate that changed the culture in the office. Let's take a look at this hard work.
Here at the station, we have a whole slew of all-star students, but we wanted to take it to the next level, and so we hired ourselves an office linebacker.
I hope the people here at the station are ready, because I'm ready. I take pride in this.
30 minutes of class.
You think you can skip class for the first 15 minutes? No, sir. You know the standards.
Stop screaming.
And I hope they take pride in their standards. They weren't created for no reason. Just like the same reason why I was brought here.
All right, good show, everyone.
Will I spill candy in the control room?
I'm sorry, I know the rules. Oh, don't attack me.
And since we brought our linebacker on here at the staff, our standards are through the roof. And I'll be honest, I wish we had 10 more of them here at the station.
Bruh, not again. Mr. Ward. Always happens. I hate Premiere. God. After Effects is better.
You know the standards around these parts. That's why you file save and control S. Woo!
Jeremiah, is everyone okay in your class? I see that JP was ready to run some people over.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't get me for having candy in the control room. I was legit scared.
I would have been too. Now, we keep it in the sports block and turn to Fabian Alguin's hype video for the Lubbock High soccer program.
Thank y'all so much. Now, my student choice idea was going to be a Lubbock High soccer hype video. But sadly, I wasn't able to get the video I wanted. And because of that, I had to come up with something new. So I decided to give my thoughts and opinions on where Lubbock High is standing right now in district. And where we are standing right now is 5th in district. While our score might not be that pretty, it won't stop us from fighting to the very end. I'm gonna toss it back to y'all now. Thank y'all so very much.
Great job, Fabian.
I agree. And still to come on this edition of The Special, our student choice videos take a twist.
Yeah, you won't want to miss that. Next on The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV.
They say in brainstorming, there are no bad ideas. Not actually true.
All right, no pressure, but if you mispunch a button, you mess up the entire show.
Oh, yes. Great shot. All right, stand by, take package.
Okay, but if you miss this one, the anchors will be out there stranded.
Boom. Package is in.
Yep, it takes a lot to rattle our guys.
It's the early morning at Lubbock High School, and the students of room 2304 are getting ready to exercise. Their hands. The school's piano program has been going on for several years, but people still don't know about it. What do you think about the piano class here?
We got piano classes?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No.
What do you think of our piano class here?
I didn't realize we had one.
I even asked forensics teacher, Mr. Pugh, about it.
Think it's okay?
Uh-huh.
I think it can be improved.
How so?
More publicity for the program.
Well, ask and you shall receive. But let's hear it from the students themselves.
My name is Joseph, like as in Joseph, but with an A. I said my skill level would probably be level 3 intermediate.
I'm Noah and I'm at level 3E.
The music, I'm really big into music, and there's many sounds that I know I can create just by making a beautiful melodic sound. And it's really a big stress reliever, even though it can also stress you out whenever you have a block in your mind.
I really enjoy just the playing and getting to see myself develop and working on sight reading and just improving at overall music skills.
I learned like whenever I move my hands not to keep going like this, don't do that. It's like use these three and move your thumb to this one.
I know that everyone from the intermediates to the advanced are gonna end this year on a high note.
Welcome back to The Special, only on Lubbock ICTV. Jeremiah, are you ready for our student choice videos to make a turn?
Yeah, and let's describe why. When the students and staff came back from STN, some of my classmates hadn't started or even came up with an idea for student choice.
And so, the student choice became Mr. Ward's choice, and his choice was new commercials for us to run during our commercial breaks.
If you have been watching our station this year, we have had a theme for our commercials. The theme was trying to be funny. Now, sometimes we aren't funny, but we are trying.
Yes, we are. And so here are our new commercials that will run during Reel to Reel and The Special, only on Lubbock ICTV. All right, before I hand out our social media diplomas, let's review about what we learned. Yes.
You wouldn't poke anyone in real life, so don't poke them on Facebook.
Good, good. Yes.
Think creatively and create valuable content for your audience.
Very good. All right, our last one. You got anything?
Sorry, my new duck face selfie is trending right now.
Well, you can't reach all of them. Here at Lubbock ICTV, we have some young staff members. And so, they went to the veterans to learn the ropes.
Hey, do you guys have any keys to success?
Try aggressive passive aggression.
Aggressive passive aggression?
Try aggressive passive aggression.
Make sure you're listening to movie soundtracks.
What?
Try some nighttime boxing classes.
Loads of Dr. Pepper.
I really like banana pudding.
Hey, Ward. Do you got anything for me? Any keys to success?
Yeah, man. When in doubt, just put yourself on camera.
A lot of us are into social media these days, so we thought we could get the teachers into it.
And you tweeted. Good job. Any questions? Yes.
So can I blog on my Blueberry?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, does this help with my pocket dialing? And can I retweet myself?
What?
Where is the photobomb button? Ooh, wow, what a sandwich. Hey, look, this cat is playing the piano. Are you seeing that on that Tic Tac app? Yeah, I believe I am.
Well, they have a ways to go, but at least it's a start.
Wow, we have a bunch of new commercials for us to run during our shows. Jeremiah, was any of them your favorite?
Yeah, I am a big Mr. Rhymer fan, and so I love the one where he was asking for advice. What about you?
The acting of the commercial where Fabian was teaching the teacher social media was totally on point.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And still to come on this edition of The Special, we will wrap things up with one final video.
You won't want to miss that next on this Student Choice edition of The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV. One of the great things about having high school students a part of your team is that you can really push them. And unlike some of the older teachers, these young students seem to really like it.
Coming up on this edition of Reel-to-Reel.
No.
Okay. Coming up on this edition of Reel-to-Reel.
No!
Coming up on this edition of Reel-to-Reel.
No, you're gonna have to read it a little faster.
Okay, I get it, but this is a little much, man.
Typically on a Friday, set up for a game, I'll hit 15,000 steps pretty easy. It's a little bit less steps now that I've got the cart. So our football games, we typically have 6-7 cameras set up. And so I've got to get out here probably 4 or 5 hours before kickoff, get all the cameras set out, the cables run, the tripod's ready. Just make sure all the equipment's working. Looks like everything's firing up so far, so that's good news. 1998 was the very first football game that Lubbock ISD did.
Welcome everybody to Lowry Field for Friday Night Football on LISD TV.
And then about 2012, 13 or so, Lubbock ISD made a really significant investment and purchased the mobile production truck that we currently have. It was a big undertaking and a big project for the school district for sure, but it's giving our students an experience that there's not any other high school students across the state getting that experience. There's not many college students across the state that are getting that experience. It's very unique, but it's something that's definitely going to prepare them to be professionals in this broadcasting world.
Welcome back to The Special, only on Lubbock ISD TV. Jeremiah, I'm a big fan of YouTube. What about you?
You know me. I am a huge fan of YouTube. Why?
Well, because our next video was inspired by YouTube. It's a vlog. Now, a vlog is a video blog where a person can document their daily life.
And as Alexis Garcia is about to show us, she has an interesting daily life.
When they're gone, we're done. So, just so you know. But, okay, so you know we have these 4 days, which tomorrow, okay, seniors, you don't have to be here till like 12 something.
Great job, Alexis. I enjoyed the natural sounds and seeing you in your element.
I completely agree. And Jeremiah, I think that's going to do it for our show.
I think so too. And so on behalf of the fellow classmates, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the latest edition of The Special.
And we look forward to seeing you back here next time as we show off our latest work.
But until then, we hope you stay happy and healthy. See y'all later.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.